It's just really important to be sure that a growing country has enough homes, that we have homes for young Canadians, that we have homes for new Canadians. That is about fairness, and that's what we're doing.
Wasn't that your government's job over the last 8 years? When you say for generations governments have been under-investing, doesn't that make your own government culpable?
Well, here we go again, folks. Another day, another round of promises from our esteemed Finance Minister, Chrystia Freeland. But forgive me if I'm not jumping for joy just yet. You see, Freeland has a knack for painting a picture of fairness that seems too good to be true. And you know what they say about things that seem too good to be true, right? Well, let's just say they usually are.
Our government has been focused on housing and focused on infrastructure since we first formed government.
That's a lie.
You know, fairness is a funny thing. It's like the holy grail of politics. Everyone talks about it, but no one seems to know what it actually looks like. And Freeland, well, she's no exception. She'll stand up there on her soapbox and preach about fairness until she's blue in the face. But when it comes down to it, her version of fairness seems to benefit one group and one group only, the elite. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for fairness, but the kind of fairness Freeland is peddling, well, let's just say it's about as fair as a rigged game of poker. She talks about levelling the playing field, but when you take a closer look, it's clear that some players are more equal than others. And let's not forget about Freeland's track record. You know, actions speak louder than words in hers. Well, they're speaking volumes. While she's busy waxing poetic about fairness, the rest of us are left scratching our heads, wondering when we'll see any real change. So forgive me if I'm not ready to break out the champagne and celebrate just yet, because until I see some real action from Freeland and her government, all this talk of fairness is nothing but smoke and mirrors. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being taken for a ride. It's time for Freeland to put her money where her mouth is and show us what real fairness looks like. And now, the housing crisis. It's like the elephant in the room that no one wants to acknowledge. But leave it to Chrystia Freeland to waltz right in and pretend like she's got all the answers.
Young Canadians themselves, but as much their parents and grandparents saying, I want my kid and my kid's friends to be able to afford their own home. I think we all believe that, and we know it takes an activist government which is investing, and crucially, it takes a government that's prepared to lead the charge and change the mindset of the country. Cut through the red tape, get municipalities to accept gentle zoning. That is all happening. I'm very, very optimistic.
Right, but why weren't you prepared and willing to do that in 2021, for example, when the average price of a home was already 97% higher than 2015? Were you talking to people in Toronto in the age group that you're referencing 2 years ago who thought they could afford a home there, or in Vancouver who thought they could afford a home then? Why didn't you try and meet the moment then to avoid having to spend as much as you are now to try and meet the moment now?
Well, 2021, of course, was still peak COVID. So
it kept going up in 2022.
No, so but you referred to 2021.
You know, it's funny. She talks about the importance of ensuring that Canada has enough homes for everyone. Homes for young Canadians, homes for new Canadians. It's all about fairness, she says. But fairness? Well, that seems to be in short supply these days. You see, Freeland seems to have a knack for conveniently forgetting about her government's role in creating this mess in the first place. For years, they've been asleep at the wheel, ignoring the warning signs and kicking the can down the road. And now that the chickens have come home to roost, what's their solution? More of the same. But hey, who needs affordable housing when you can just keep importing more people, right? I mean, it's not like we're already bursting at the seams or anything. And as for fairness, well, that seems to be reserved for those at the top of the ladder. The rest of us, well, we're just left scrambling to make ends meet. And let's not even get started on Freeland's sudden interest in temporary residents. I mean, come on, are we really supposed to believe that they're the ones responsible for our housing crisis? Talk about shifting the blame. So here we are, stuck in a never-ending cycle of incompetence and broken promises. While Freeland and her cronies sit in their ivory towers, the rest of us are left to fend for ourselves. But mark my words, folks, this train wreck is far from over, and who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we'll bear witness to the spectacular downfall of the Liberal Empire right before our very eyes. Stay tuned, Canada. Peace out.